The Aggies will kick off, and they will defend the south end. So when A&M gets the ball, Dave, they are going to be moving from right to left with the wind. Nebraska will get the ball first. They'll be moving from left to right.
And we are about to get this one underway. So Nebraska will end up with a first touch here offensively. And the wind is at the back of Zemansky. Seated up at the 30-yard line. They are standing outside the goal line right now are the two return men for Nebraska. Grigsby is one of those, and Jones, I believe, is the other. And it's going to go to Grigsby, and that's out of the end zone. That's a good start. Kicked out of the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. A little pushing and shoving going on down there on the fields. As the two kickoff teams kick receive, and the kickoff team for the Aggies will mix it up a little bit. All right. Now the Nebraska offense. Sam Keller is their quarterback. He's 6'3", 203, a junior, 2 letters. And coming into the ballgame, he's from Ennis, by the way. Coming into the ballgame, he has passed 246 times, completed 156. He has thrown 10 interceptions, Dave, and has passed for 1,849 yards.
That's a lot of interceptions, and as we said earlier, the Nebraska's -6 in turnover margin.
Moves in under center, and they go on the ground on the first play of the game. And breaks that one all the way out across the 25 to near the 30-yard line. About the 29, that will be Marlon Lucky on the carry. So Lucky gets the carry. He is 6', 210, a junior, North Hollywood, California. 698 yards on 138 carries. Second down, a yard coming up at the Nebraska 29-yard line.
Well, the Aggies did a really good job of bottling this up at the point of attack, but they didn't get good enough pursuit to fill in the hole. Lucky with a cutback picks up 9 yards.
Comes out this time, shows a shotgun, will throw on second down, does. It's a catch, it's across the 35, it's to the 39-yard line. And that is a Nebraska first down. It comes at 14-22. Markeith Brown ended up making the stop. That goes for 2 yards.
That was just a quick slant to Terrence Nunn, their leading receiver, and he is outstanding. So Nebraska has picked up the first down. They're out at their own 39-yard line.
Caught the ball. As Dave just told you, that will be his 22nd reception of the season. This time, Keller will go under center, and he hands off to keep it on the ground. The Aggies have that bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it back at the 37. Marlon Lucky, his second carry, and the tackle made by Henry Smith, the senior from Aliceville, Alabama. And a loss of a couple. That'll bring up a second down and 12. 13:49 to go. We're playing first quarter football. No score. Nebraska's first touch of the game.
Great penetration by Henry Smith. He got in and stopped Lucky before he could get started, and this is going to end up being about a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
Lucky is the lone setback. He is about 7-8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Keller raises up, says something to his offensive line. They show 2 tight ends and 2 flankers left. They're going to throw a screen, naked screen out to the left flats. It's caught by Lucky, gets back to the 40. And it fumbled and out of bounds, but at the 39.5 will be the official spot. That went just 3 yards. He was out there by his lonesome that time, Dave, when he caught that ball from Keller.
Well, Marquise Carpenter did a great job of reading this and reacting back up to it, and then making a fine open field tackle for a 3-yard gain. That's going to bring up this 3rd and 9 for Nebraska.
That will be Marquise's 14th tackle of the season. Nebraska coming into the game today 44% on their 3rd downs. Aggie defense 47% against the 3rd downs. A throw and an incomplete pass out to the Aggie 40-yard line. Intended for Nunn, defended by Carpenter, and he threw it behind Nunn. Nunn had no chance at all to catch that football. 4th down coming up, no score, 12:46 first period. And now Nebraska will punt. Their punter is Dan Titchener. He has 29 kicks in. One's off the side of his foot. It's not a good one. A 41.2 average. Holland will take it on a bounce at the 20. Returns it to the 27 and knocked out of bounds into the Aggie bench here on the near side of the field. So a 7-yard return. The punt was 40, but a lot of that, Dave, it was wobbly. A lot of it came on the roll. He's thrown 175 passes, 97 completions, 4 interceptions, 1,039 yards for the year. There's the snap. Hands off. It's going to Goodson, and Goodson will look. That went the other way on a reverse, going back to Stephen. And everybody bought, including your announcer, on Goodson coming this way, and Stephen went the other way, and Stephen went out of bounds at the 36-yard line. How about that one? 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Well, that was a zone read. Stephen stuck it into Goodson's belly and then pulled it back out, went back around the other side and did fool Nebraska, and he'll pick up 8. We're going to have 2nd and 2, and we've got a Nebraska player being helped off the field.
Goodson drew a crowd here on this side as he came running back toward the near side, toward the Aggie bench. A bunch of the Nebraska players were chasing after him, and that injured player is the strong side linebacker. That's Bo Rude. He's one of their major guys. He is their number 1 tackler with 42 into the ball game. There's 2nd down and a couple for the Aggies at the 36-yard line. They need the 38. Time 12:30. First period, no score. Shotgun, 2 running backs either side of McGee. And this time he gives it to Lane, and Lane is wide open at the 50, at the 45, lowers his head, still not down as he fights for the 42-yard line. From the 36-yard line, will carry that one, Dave, all the way to the Nebraska 42, and now went 22 yards. Lane over the right side. When he got into that secondary, there was nobody there.
Well, this is just a huge hole opened up by the right side of the offensive line, and Jaworski had to be surprised when he burst through there and there was nobody there. He'll take it all the way down to the 42-yard line, and the Aggies are in business in Nebraska territory after 2 plays in this drive.
Clark, Elder, Wallace, Snyder, and Schumard make up the offensive line. No score, 12:05 to go, first period. The Aggies at the Nebraska 42. McGee went under center, play action, rolls to this side of the field, now throws. It's a catch at the 35, now out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Goes Joy Thomas. Thomas caught the ball and will advance it to the Husker 33. Lance Brandenburg will make the tackle, and that goes 8 yards. And for Joy Thomas, he just caught his 4th reception, his 4th ball of the year. They had 3 for 39 coming into the game today.
Well, they had trips lined up to the right that side. They faked a play action to that direction, and Joey Thomas came out in the flat on the rollout, and this is 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1.
It'll be a 2nd and 2 a moment ago for the Aggies. This time 2nd down and 1. He's moving Goodson from the left side to the right side. He's got a slot both sides of the formation. This time Goodson did get it. He reverses his field, going back the other way, looking for the right corner. Turns it now at the 30. Got a corner block at the 20, and out of bounds inside the 20. They will mark him out at the 19-yard line. It was coming left, and then he reversed his field, went to the far sideline, running right in front of the Nebraska bench. That just went 14 yards for Michael Goodson.
Boy, on 2nd and 1, this is not what you want to see him do, but you certainly can't argue with the result. He goes left. It looks like he's going to be dropped for a loss, even though it's 2nd and 1, and then he ends up going around the right side for 14 yards down to the 19-yard line.
11:43 to go in the first quarter. No score. The Aggies driving now at the Nebraska 19-yard line. Shotgun, running back Jaworski Lane to the left of McGee. And he will fake 2, Jaworski, and keeps and goes to the 15-yard line. Just got 4, did McGee. It'll be 2nd down, 6 coming up. A&M's red zone offense percentage now is 88.9%, which is 4th best in the Big 12. Missouri, 26 scores, 28 trips to lead the league at 92.9. 3 wides to the right. And McGee just gave it to Lane. Lane has a first down. He's inside the 10. He's all the way down to the 6-yard line. He just carried 8 yards. And a 1st and goal now for A&M at about the 6.5-yard line. McEwen and Wortman combined on the tackle of Jaworski Lane. Off the sideline will come Andrew Key. And also into the ball game will be Chris Alexander. I guess you talked about Bennett not being here available for the game today.
We have not talked about that, but Martellus did not even make the trip. He's got an injury that kept him from being here, and Joey Thomas is filling in admirably so far for Martellus.
Key will flex out here to the left hip of Thomas. There it goes to Lane again, trying to find some running room. He gets across the 5 to the 4. And in the shotgun, McGee has the snap. And he just gave it to Lane. Lane fights inside the 5. He's down to about the 2-yard line. That was 2nd and goal. And now, Dave, it will be a 3rd and goal. Your Aggies at the Nebraska 2.
Such tough yardage inside the 5 where they can stack everything in. Everything is compressed. Jaworski got this one just inside the 2-yard line. But on a couple of occasions here in this first drive, the offensive line has been able to blow open big holes for Jaworski. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to knock it in with Jaworski again.
Dave, this looks a whole lot like that drive against Texas Tech to open the ball game last week. Here we go. 3rd down goal at the 2. Left hash mark, power I. Here's the handoff. Nope, McGee kept it. He's rolling right. He's looking for the corner. He's going to throw, and it is a touchdown, and that's caught by Urban Taylor on the end line at the back of the end zone. He leaped up, and it looked like McGee just sort of like a shot put through that into the end zone, and Taylor just caught the touchdown pass, his first of the season.
Well, that's why they called it an option rollout pass, because Stephen heading toward the pylon, he has the defenders come up. Irvin Taylor's on the back end line, and they can't do both. They can't stop Stephen and cover Irvin Taylor, so it's an easy touchdown, 2-yard reception for Irvin Taylor. The Aggies take the early lead.
Szymanski now on his extra point. He's perfect this season, 25 out of 25. It is blocked. It never got a whole lot of height on it, Dave. Somebody got a hand on that. Can't really tell if Sanders had a hard time trying to contain that, but it looked like Kevin Dixon, who is on their extra point team, the defensive side, looked like he got a hand on it. So it's no good. We've got 9:17 to go in the first, and the Aggies jump out 6-0. That's the first miss on an extra point for Szymanski. He was 25 out of 25. The Republic opened in May by Aggie Wade Barkman, class of 99, with a focus on the use of fine, locally grown foods and simple Texas cooking in a contemporary setting. The Republic steak, wine, signature cocktails. Back with the Aggie kickoff in a moment. Again, 9:17 to go. First quarter, the Aggies the initial lead. It's 6-0, the extra point block. This is Aggie football from Learfield Sports.
What's for dinner? Treat the entire family to a Williams Big Box Special with lots of chicken. Get an 8-piece dark Big Box Special, just $5.99. There's plenty for seconds. Great value, quality, and flavor. Visit Williams Chicken. Taste the difference.
Thank you.
You could save with Geico Motorcycle Insurance. Enough for a night out with your special someone. Geico Motorcycle. Let's ride.
After 50 years of unbeatable quality, something special is in order. So Toyota did something extra special. Happy anniversary. Till October 31st, Toyota's 50th anniversary special is yours for the taking. Now you can lease the new 07 Tundra Double Cab for $329 a month for 36 months with 0 down, 0 first payment, and 0 due at signing. Celebrate with big savings on Tundra. But hurry, you've got till October 31st to get to your local Toyota dealer.
The first Williams Fried Chicken opened in 1987 and has grown to over 50 locations. Get a Williams Hot Wing Party Pack, just right for watching the big game. Party packs are available in 20, 40, and 60 pieces. Great value, quality, and flavor. Visit Williams Chicken. Taste the difference.
Stephen McGee hits Irvin Taylor for the first score of the game from 2 yards out. The extra point is blocked, though, and the Aggies lead at 6-0 with 9:17 left to play in the first quarter. 9 plays, 72 yards. Jaworski Lane carried on 4 of those plays. 9:17 to play. The Aggies lead at 6-0. Hey, Shining is having someone you can depend on. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas shining through. Dave, back to you.
A&M's kickoff again is going to go into the end zone, and they will let that one hit. And now rolls out of the end zone. So Nebraska, for a second time, Dave, will start first down and 10 at their 20-yard line. Keller is a transfer from Arizona State. Offset I. Then they'll hand off. It's Lucky. He's coming to the right side. Turns the corner at the 20 out to the 25, 26-yard line. Goes down there. A 6-yard pickup by Lucky. Second down. And now 4 from near the 26-yard line.
They moved.
Coming into the ballgame today, Nebraska on their penalties, 50 per game. Their opponents at 59. I think they have Byford, Hickman, also Jones, Nix, and Williams in their offensive front. Here's the snap. They're going to throw, and that is a great catch across the 30 to the 33-yard line. That ball caught by Sean Hill. Hill there, one of their fine receivers. He's 6'3", and he's 250, and he got hammered when he caught it by Mark Dodge, but he hangs on to the ball at the 34-yard line. And Dave, that's just a great catch.
Well, they call him an H-back. He's actually a tight end at 250 pounds, and it was a straight in route. Good pressure on the quarterback, but he got it off, and it was a great catch, and he paid the price. Mark Dodge made him pay a severe price, hit him hard.
8:15 to go in the first. The Aggies have a 6-0 lead. Missed the extra point. It was blocked. Here is a first down and 10 at the 34. It's a draw out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Quentin Castile, his first carry, one of the Texans on this team, at the 47-yard line. And they have an injured Aggie. That's a first down carry for Castile. He's from LaPorte, 6'1", 245, a freshman. He's one of their eye backs. That will be the 51st time he's carried the ball this year. He had 224 yards coming into the game, but they've got it now first down and 10 at their own 47. And the ball out now to the Nebraska 47, first down and 10. They're going to throw a screen to the right side. Caught behind the line across the 40, across the 50, and now the 45 and out of bounds at the Aggie 40.5-yard line. Aggies lead 6-0. Move a wide out here, a split into the right side. Now they're moving another man in that direction. They put him in motion just before it was snapped, and the handoff to Lucky. He turns the right corner and crosses the 40 and goes to the Aggie 38-yard line. We'll get about 3 there. It'll be second down and a little more than 7 coming up. Henry Smith closed on him. 3 tackles 3 times this season for Henry. Those are all season highs, those 3s.
Yeah, they tried it off tackle that time, and Henry Smith was up to the task. Stood right there and took on the block and also made the tackle. That's going to be a short gain of about 2 yards.
Marlon Lucky, by the way, rushed the ball 30 times in their Nevada game, which was their season opener, and ran for 233 yards. He's the eye back again. He pump fakes now to Keller. His middle screen is caught. That's Hill. Hill will get it out across the 30 and now down to the Aggie 26. Middle screen, Hill came back between the hash marks, caught it, and then he started moving south, Dave, for 12 yards and a Nebraska first down at the A&M 25.5. 7:03 to go, first period, Aggie 6, Nebraska nothing.
Excellent execution by Keller that time. He looked to the right, kind of draw everybody over that direction, and then came back to the middle to his big tight end on the middle screen, and it's a nice pickup all the way down to the 26.
The guy's got 30 career starts. They are moving 3 receivers. They had in a trips formation on the left side, all of a sudden to the right, which was the open. And they're going to do an end around. It's coming back the other side of the field at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. Out of bounds, they will roll at about the 7-yard line. And that was Franz Hardy, who is one of their seniors. He is 6'1", 190, a backup receiver who just took that one inside the 10. And there is a flag down past the spot where they ran out of bounds at the 7. The flag's at the 4. Face mask A&M. 19 yards.
This was a heck of a job by Arkeith Brown. He had 3 blockers, and he's still able to keep it from being a touchdown. But it's going to be half the distance. Apparently all he could get when he got over there was the face mask to pull him out. And I'm sure it's a, yeah, I just saw it on the replay. As he was going down, he caught the face mask. And it'll be first and goal for Nebraska from the 3-yard line.
That developed nicely. The double reverse. They came back right, then they went back the other way to the left. Here's the handoff. They try the left side, bouncing off, touchdown. Quentin Castile gets it in from about the 3-yard line. And that just tied the game at 6 with the Nebraska extra point to come at 6:32 to go here in the first quarter, tied at 6.
Good effort by Castile off the left side. He was hit at about the 2-yard line, but was able to break the tackle and then went in from there untouched.
The extra point would give the Huskers the lead at the 6.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Alex Hendry is their extra point guy. He's 22 of 22 for the year. Not a lot of work the last 2 games. It is up and it is good. Nebraska kicks off now with that 7-6 lead. They are approaching the ball, and here we go. Brown and Franks are back, and Pierre will watch that one go over his shoulder and kick out of the back of the end zone. Hit about the middle part of the end zone. That's a great kick into that wind. And it's an eye with McGee moving under center. Alexander's the fullback. Goodson is the tailback. Long snap count. Will start the option. Nope, drops back, wants to throw. Sets up at the 13, throws. It's a catch, and it's across the 40 and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Pierre Brown just caught it, and that will be his 9th reception of the season. And that one will go a grand total of 22 yards and an Aggie first down. 6:26 to go in the first, and it's Nebraska 7-6.
A nice play action fake. They fake the option, and then Steven drops back out of that. Pierre Brown on the corner route. And it's too bad it wasn't a streak route because the corner bit really hard on the play action fake, but it's still a nice pickup for the Aggies out to the 41.
Michael Corey in the lineup now for A&M. We got a slot to the left. The man to his right, the slot guy, is Taylor, who has the Aggie touchdown reception. Here's the option coming back to the left side. McGee keeps. McGee hits the line of scrimmage and got a yard more they got a couple of yards more. They're going to mark that at about the 43. So picked up 2, 2nd down and 8 coming up. From the A&M 43-yard line, they need the Nebraska 49. Shotgun for McGee. Running backs either side. Will throw out to the right side. A catch at the 49 of Nebraska. It will be close for a first down. It's caught by Pierre Brown, so his second reception on this possession. That's going to go right at about 8 yards. They're going to miss the first down, Dave, by about the length of the football. It's just across midfield.
Well, a long throw for Stephen. They were on the left hash mark, and this is an out route to the right side. But he gets it there in plenty of time. Pierre Brown catches it. Then he's tackled and taken back. But it's a big third down. It's third and less than 1.
Got Clark, Elder, Wallace, Schneider, and Schumard in the lineup. I formation. They stopped the play from the sideline on the far side of the field in front of the Nebraska bench. That official was walking off, waving his hands. This is third down and very short. They've got the attendance figures right there.
Timeout A&M.
Tim Ames. Here's the third down and very short for Texas A&M. Single setback. McGee's going to sneak for it. They're going to give it to him. He fought his way across the 49. He goes to the Nebraska 48 and a half. So a first down for Texas A&M, Dave. The 48 and a half on that original spot. They marked it at the 49 and a half. It's not quite that's going to be close. He went, the first official that went out there, Dave, had marked that past the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they've moved it back, and he's going to be, what are they going to say? He's short
Yeah,
about
he is by fourth down and inches. He didn't make it.
Now, there was no indecision on our sideline. The Aggies are going to go for it.
All right. It is fourth down and very short. So Clark, Elder, Wallace, Schneider, and Schumard are the guys up front. Dave, here's where you got to have the big push.
That's right.
5:08 to go in the first period. Huskers lead the Aggies 7-6. And now it's fourth and very, very short. Single setback Goodson. McGee will sneak again, and he is still trying to get across the line of scrimmage. It looks like this time they're going to mark it where I had it last time at the 48 and a half.
Well, I shouldn't speak so soon because I was sure last time, but now they have signaled first down.
Thank you. Under 5 now in the first quarter as they move the sticks. First down and 10, Texas A&M. And Nebraska leads 7-6. Second possession, A&M. Schenkel goes way out to the right side. 2 wides here on the left are Taylor and Franks. Single setback is Goodson. McGee fakes to him. McGee keeps around the left side. He's running for his life as he crosses the 45, gets to the 43, and we've got a flag down inside the 40-yard line. That's going to go 6 yards. McGee tackled and brought down at the Nebraska 43-yard line.
That's going to be holding on A&M. Flag came from back in the Nebraska secondary.
Urban Taylor got caught on the hold. 4:24 to go. First quarter, 7-6. Nebraska shotgun again, and McGee just gave it to Lane. Lane go to hole right side. He knocked down at the 45-yard line. So Jaworski Lane got the carry. He will tote that one for 8. That will be his 5th carry of the day, and he's now up to 43 yards on the afternoon.
And he'll move it down to the Nebraska 46-yard line. This will be a second down and about 7, 6. Let's call it 6.
Running game now has passed the 200-yard mark 5 times in the first 7 games and over 300 yards in 3 of those 5 games. Today rushing the ball, 12 carries, 69 yards. Here's a second down. McGee fakes to Lane, throws now here on the right flats. That is caught by Thomas. Missed a head tackle there. Eluded that man and steps out of bounds across the 40 at the 36-yard line. And that will be an Aggie first down at the 36. That just went 10 yards. And Joy Thomas just caught his second ball of the day. He's now 2 receptions and 19 yards.
Joy picking up right where Martellus left off, and it's just a fake left, a roll back to the left off play action. Joy doing a good job of avoiding the first tackler and picking up extra yardage and the first down.
That's still Joy Thomas over there on the right side. It is. Ags go with Thomas over there and a split into the left. Here's McGee rolling right. He might want to throw. No, he's going to keep it around the corner, and he's going to fight for the first down. Didn't quite get there as he crosses the 30 and actually stepped out at the 29-yard line. Shotgun, 2 halfbacks. Lane on the left, Goodson on the right. McGee has the snap. Just faked the lane, sets up, going to throw out here to the left side, caught by Goodson, crosses the line of scrimmage, the 29, knocked out of bounds at the 27, hit there and knocked out by Lance Brandenburg. That went just 2 yards. It will bring up a second down and about third down, excuse me. I was looking over at the, and I've scored this, changed the scoreboard. Third down coming up. And how much to go? About a yard. The shotgun for McGee. Trips to the right side. They just break that little pyramid, and they put Thomas in motion back to the left. They will fake the lane, and now carried by McGee. McGee's got the first down. He's knocked out at the 21-yard line by Larry Ashante. He is from Alexandria, Virginia. Left side's Joy Thomas. Flexed out to his left is Taylor. Split in right. I formation, under center. Play action by McGee on a fake to lane. Forced out of the pocket, rolling right. He's looking to the end zone. He's going to have to run with it, and he is going to go out of bounds inside the Nebraska 15 at the 13-yard line. And for the Ags now, got Keandra Smith as a halfback. Fake by McGee. McGee keeps after the fake, crosses the 10, knocked down at the 9-yard line. Picked up and driven back, and he got the first down. Shotgun. Keandra Smith stays in as the left half. Lane is the right half. Keandra Smith goes in motion to the short side, and McGee will keep on a straight snap back to him. Goes to the 6-yard line, and a nice open field tackle there. 4-yard gain. Knocked down again by Larry Ashante. It's his second tackle. And Armando Murillo. Again, it'll be Goodson on the right side and Lane on the left. Play action. Throw to the end zone, and it is almost picked off. Had a man running a back route. That was Kerry Franks. He was on the back end, and leaping up trying to get the interception was Corey McEwen. He has one so far this year. That was in his hands and out of his hands. Incomplete. And now you look at third down and goal for the Aggies at about the 6.5-yard line.
Well, it was a quick slant to Kerry. He had his man beat, but they had a middleman that came across and was able to get his hands on it. And the Aggies dodged a bullet there. Good thing he wasn't able to pull that one down. It'll be third and goal.
Key is in the lineup. Joy Thomas in the lineup. Those are the two tight ends. Alexander will be the fullback. McGee play action. McGee looking end zone again. He's all the way back to the 15. Throws incomplete. Only receiver there was Key, and what do we have?
Well, what they wanted, Dave, was the middle
got a
screen.
Flag down in the end zone.
They wanted a middle screen to Jaworski.
It's against A&M.
And it was covered, so he had to just throw this one away. I wonder if they're going to – I don't know what they're going to call.
It's holding on Texas A&M. Already seeing the Nebraska players celebrating there. That stops the clock. 1:45 to go in the first quarter.
If I'm Nebraska, I think I'd decline this and make the Aggies attempt a field goal.
Ball went incomplete, David, about the 2.
Number 98 of the offense.
Pass interference.
Penalty is 15 yards and replay third down.
A&M now 15 plays and 59 yards on this possession. Third down goal, 21.5. Shotgun, and again the two halfbacks. McGee steps up, hit as he throws. It's incomplete at the 21. He was throwing it out into the left side to Goodson. Tackled as soon as the ball skipped in front of him by Zachary Bowman. And that was going nowhere in a hurry, and McGee was really hammered in the middle of the back as he was releasing the football, Dave.
Well, he moved up into the line, and he probably should have just gotten what he could yardage-wise because it opened up pretty well for him in front of him. He probably couldn't have gotten into the end zone, but he could have made this a shorter field goal. It'll be a 39-yard attempt for Matt Zemansky.
All right. Missed last week against Texas Tech, 41-34. This is from the 29, Tom Turbyville.
All right, here's the snap, the hole. Here's the kick by Zemansky. It's got plenty of leg, and it's going to be good. So after missing a couple of left last week, that's got to make him feel good. He hits from 39 yards out, and the Aggies, new score, they take the lead. It's Texas A&M 9 and Nebraska 7.
Again, we're looking at a 9-7 Texas A&M lead with 1:35 to go in the first quarter. And under center will go Keller. Going to throw a screen out here to the right side, a catch, and they will develop that from the 20 to the 26-yard line. As they uncover, that'll be Nate Swift on the catch. Keller looking things over. The linebackers are Toupee and Dodge. There's the snap. It's a handoff, and they draw, and they break that one out across the 30. A draw that time to Castile, who has a touchdown run today. Marlon Lucky is 4 carries and 16 yards. Here's the first down play, and it's again on the ground. Castile, good yardage out across the 40, now to the 42-yard line, maybe the 41 and a half. It's going to be close for the first down. That went a little more than 10 yards. 29 seconds to go. Another Nebraska first down. Mark Dodge, Jordan Pugh finally closed on the tackle for Texas A&M.
That's just the stretch play out to the left side for Nebraska, and they are able to get around the corner and move it out to the 41-yard line for another Nebraska first down.
Michael Bennett, Hurd, Bryant, Harrington are the defensive front for Texas A&M. The linebackers again are Toupee and Dodge. Alton Dixon's over on the right side on the secondary. Also is Marquise Carpenter. Keith Brown's in the lineup. There's Jordan Pugh. Here's the snap. Once more on the ground, and there's a fumble. A flag down, however, and A&M has recovered it. But let's see the meaning of the flag. And
I think it's a hold, Dave. I think the Aggies are going to maintain this.
Harrington fell on it at the 43-yard line of Nebraska.
Holding on number 67
yes,
of the offense.
It's a hold against Nebraska and a fumble then by Nebraska and recovered by Harrington. And the Aggies will take over at the Husker 43.5-yard line.
It was Michael Bennett, I think, that got a hand on the ball carrier, and then he was in a crowd, and then the ball came loose, and Harrington able to jump on it to get it for the Aggies.
All right, so the hold against Nebraska. Aggies will take the fumble recovery. A&M came into the game today with a +7 on the turnovers. Nebraska a -6. They are now a -7, and the Aggies go to a +8. First down and 10, Texas A&M. Nebraska 43. Play action by McGee. Sets the pocket at the 50. Throws here to this side, and nobody close. Threw it out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Not too far off the bottom side hash mark was Joey Thomas, and then going into the end zone was Kerry Franks, but neither one of those guys close.
Well, I think what happened is Kerry was supposed to clear it out, and it was supposed to be a corner route to Joey Thomas, but somebody knocked him off of his route, and Stephen was expecting him to be out there, and he wasn't, and we've come to the end of the first quarter.
The best of the Big 12 Conference is on Big 12 Showcase. Only Big 12 Showcase takes you on location every week for unparalleled coverage of all the athletic programs from across the conference. From the latest news and highlights to exclusive features and interviews, no one is more dedicated to the Big 12 than FSN. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Big 12 Showcase brings you year-round coverage you won't get anywhere else. Big 12 Showcase, Fridays and Saturdays on FSN Southwest.
Did you know that AIDS is a leading cause of death among African Americans? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Get on the ball, let's go!
Yet 1 in 4 Americans living with HIV don't know it.
Get tested. Come on. Get tested.
Early diagnosis and treatment can help them live longer and healthier lives.
No fear.
No shame. No doubt. It's the smart thing. It's the right thing.
Let me hear you shout.
So get on the ball.
Get tested.
Get tested today. Visit testing411.org to find a testing center near you.
It begins innocently enough. You don't return a phone call. You break a date at the last minute. But in fact, it's the beginning of a pattern. And soon, your friend with mental illness realizes you're avoiding them. But what if you knew that your friendship was the key to their recovery? Would you still lock them out of your life?
The San Antonio Spurs season preview tomorrow on FSN Southwest.
That's the end of the first quarter. The Aggies lead Nebraska 9-7. Here's your first quarter stats brought to you by Verizon Wireless, official wireless provider for Texas A&M Athletics. First downs, Texas A&M 8, Nebraska 9. Rushing, the Aggies have 105. Nebraska has 69. Passing, A&M 6 of 9 for 51 yards. For Nebraska, they are 6 of 9 for 57 yards. Total yards, A&M 113, the Huskers 126. Time of possession, A&M has had it 8:22. Nebraska has had it 6:38. The Aggies have the edge on the scoreboard. It's 9-7, and we're through one quarter of play. Dave and Dave.
All right, Tom, Aggies have 42 plays into the game today that have gone 20 yards or more. Kerry Franks continues to lead the team in big plays, Dave. He has 13 of those of 20 or better. Mike Goodson is next at 9. The Aggies managed only 2 plays of 20 or better against Texas Tech last week, which is our low of the year so far for one game.
Well, Texas Tech plays a different kind of defense. They aren't going to give up any big plays. They're going to make you earn everything because they've got a very high-scoring offense. So very difficult to get explosive plays against the Red Raiders.
They announced a sellout here today, the 288th consecutive sellout at Memorial Stadium for Husker football. Second down, same 10. The Aggies now with the ball at the Nebraska 43.5-yard line. In a shotgun, McGee. Halfback goes set left to right, and the halfback just got it, and that's Goodson, and they've got him around the ankles, and that's a loss behind the line back to the 45-yard line. Third down and about 12. Ball at the Husker 45. It's been snapped. He was under center. Now he's forced out of the pocket. He'll have to throw it away.
They blitz.
Yep, they blitzed from the left side. A lot of pressure applied by Anthony West, and McGee just dumped it off here in the flats on the right. It goes incomplete. So now fourth down and a punt.
Well, they had two coming from the left side defensively and only one to block. So one came clean. Uh-oh, we got a flag. Late flag.
Well,
I have no idea what that could be.
It's back on the turf at the 44-yard line, the A&M side of the 50. 1, 2, 3. They're going to say grounding. Let's see.
Intentional grounding by number 7 of the offense. It's a spot foul, loss of down.
All right.
So the Aggies will have one more play here. It's going to be...
No, it's fourth down.
Loss of down. That's right. It'll be fourth down.
It's a spot. Where did he throw it from?
That's what they're looking for.
All right, they put it down at the Aggie 46-yard line. Now the line of scrimmage. And their return man standing back here. That's Hunter Tifa-Tiller. Very high kick. Oh. And it's going to take a bounce against Texas A&M. It hit about the 40 into that wind, and then it bounced back north, and the Aggies had to kill it because it was going to go back across midfield, and that one will be killed at the 45, and that is a 9-yard, no, make it a 10-yard punt. 10-yard punt.
Hey, it was a bad punt to start with.
Bradley came into the game, Dave, 24 kicks, 43-2 average. It was a bad kick. Go ahead.
Well, then it blew back at him. The wind just caught it, and it blew back at him, and he's the one who ended up having to down it after it took a bad bounce from the Aggie standpoint.
Very high in the air, turned sideways, and then hit at the 40 and bounced back to the Nebraska 45. And he was going to go across midfield had Brantley not killed it. First down 10, the Huskers at their own 45. 14:05 to go second period. The Aggies lead 9-7. It's play action by Keller. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It's high, and it's incomplete at the Aggie 35. Stop the clock at exactly 14 minutes. And a draw again. It's Lucky. Went right, went back left, crosses the 45, goes to the 47. He got just 2 yards. So now a third down coming up, and the Huskers need 8 at their own 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Michael Bennett, the junior from Leaf Taylor, number 10 on the team in tackles for the year, 23. There's the snap. He was in a shotgun, drops back across the 40, steps up, throws, and it's in and out of the hands of Dodge. Had it and dropped it. And in his defense, as he was coming down, he ran into the intended receiver on that play, Terrence Nunn, and that caused the ball to come free. One of the Ags a little slow in getting up, and that's Harrington.
And he's going to jog off the field. He's going to be fine.
Incomplete pass, and Dodge had that, and then he hit Nunn with his midsection, and that caused him to lose the ball.
All right, but good reaction to it, and it'll force this punt by Nebraska.
They have kicked one time today for 40. This is Titchener, 29 kicks, 41-2 into the ball game, and a long of 51. The wind is at his back. Roger Holland, who was on the radio show with us on Thursday night, is waiting for this one. And that one will hit, take a big bounce, and that's going to be inside the 10. That's going to be right about the 9-yard line. Aggies just broke the huddle and come to the line. McGee will stand at the A&M 4 to take the snap. Just off his left hip is Jaworski Lane. Has it. And he keeps it after a fake to Lane, crosses the 10, goes to the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 6, second down 4 coming up from the A&M 15. Shotgun, and again the two halfbacks. McGee steps back, throws a catch to Franks across the 20 and out of bounds. Push there to the out of bounds at the 24-yard line, and he was hit by Armando Armillo, and that one will go 9 yards. You enjoy the game, Cappy. Here's the snap on first down and 10. They run the option to the right side. The pitch goes to Goodson. Goodson to the 25 and close to the 30-yard line. Where did he step out? The official coming up, and we'll mark it at the 29-yard line. Gee in the shotgun, two wides to the left. And he fakes to Lane, cuts out to the left side, crosses the 30 to the 35-yard line to maybe the 37. McGee's got an Aggie first down. 6'6", 339, sophomore squadsman from Brownwood. First down and 10. The Ags at their 37-yard line. McGee throws a little high and in and out of the hands of Kerry Franks. Really tattooed by Murillo. Short side of the formation. The snap. McGee fakes a handoff, sets up to throw. He will, and he throws incomplete at the 40-yard line to Joy Thomas. That was going to be far shy of a first down. A third down about to be snapped. A shotgun by himself. Here's a screen, and well read. Dropped at the 35 on a catch by Taylor. And that'll be a loss of about 3 yards. Screen right, and Nebraska had that wrapped up. That was Anthony West, a freshman from San Diego, just made his 4th tackle of the year.
That was an outstanding read and an outstanding play by Anthony West, the safety. It was a quick screen out to the right side. He was able to fight off the blocker and make the tackle for about a 2-yard loss, bring up this punt for the Aggies.
They gave Brantley credit for a punt for 8 yards on his first one. This is his second. Line of scrimmage again is the 35. It's a better punt. It's twisting like a tornado in the wind. It's caught back and then dropped, and the Aggies have it at the Nebraska 28-yard line. Nate Swift dropped it, and we're trying to get the man that recovered it. I think it's Gabus, the deep snapper. He did. He fell right on top of it at the 28-yard line.
What a big
Swift
break.
dropped it, Dave.
What a big break for the Aggies. Well, it's so tough in a swirling wind like this to catch a punt, particularly over your shoulder. And that ball was doing tricks up there like a knuckleball. He was able to get both hands on it, but then it just slipped through the wicket. And the Aggies are going to get good field position off this fumbled punt at the 28-yard line in Nebraska territory.
It kind of looked like a tornado as it was spinning and coming down as Swift was trying to get the catch. Dropped it. Aggies recovered it. Gabus at the 28-yard line. First down and 10, 10:50 to go until halftime. A&M 9-7. They give it to Lane. Lane, big hole across the 25, 20, 15. He's at the 10. Stiff arms a man at the 5, and he falls out of bounds at the half-yard mark.
Inside the 1-yard line. What a great run by Jaworski. Straight handoff right up the middle. Then he bounced, broke a tackle, bounced out to the right side, carried 2 tacklers almost to the pylon. It is inches away from the goal line, a 27-yard carry.
He's now carried 6 times, Dave, 69 yards. McGee's carried 14 times and 53 yards. That comes at 10:42. First and goal, the Aggies inside the 1, leading 9-7 Texas A&M over Nebraska. Cody Wallace out over the ball. The power eye, they'll break it. Putting a man in motion, it goes to Jaworski Lane, and he just got himself a touchdown.
Straight dive. Jaworski Lane well into the end zone with the touchdown. And the Aggies will take a 15-7 lead with the extra point to come.
And for the J-Train, that will be his 40th career rushing touchdown. That is his 41st career touchdown. And that will be number 13 on the season for Jaworski Lane. And now the extra point. Flags.
Well, it's not time. There's plenty of time left on the play clock.
Illegal substitution on the defense. There's 12 players on the field. The penalty's half the distance to the goal on the try.
Ooh, we've had a miss already. This moves at half the distance. You'd be a yard and a half out. Do you consider going for 2?
That's an interesting question.
Stevens lobbying, I think. He's in Fran's ear right now. He's lobbying to go for 2.
And he will walk away.
And Fran said no, obviously.
Right now, 15-7 at 10:38.
Aggies declined the penalty.
Okay. Now Zamansky with the extra point out of Sanders' hole. It's down, it's up. And it's good. Now A&M has taken a 16-7 lead. We'll recap the drive when we come back. But that comes at 10:38 to go here in the second quarter, and A&M now up 16-7 over Nebraska. You're listening to Texas A&M football.
High-quality Tough Shed Sundance Series buildings are now available at the Home Depot. Tough Shed does it all, from helping you design your storage building to installing it where you want. Just call, click, or visit to order your Sundance Series building today. Right now, get a free gift card worth up to $500 with purchase of select installed Tough Shed buildings, plus 6 months, no payments, no interest financing with your Home Depot consumer credit card. Legendary Tough Shed buildings, plus the convenience of the Home Depot.
The Tough Shed Sundance Series, available exclusively at the Home Depot.
So, 12 o'clock tea time, someone rear ends us. Day shot, right? Except I just switched to Progressive Direct Online. They gave me a couple of competitive prices. I picked Progressive and saved $400 a year. And I've been trying to tell these guys I also get their concierge service. So I drop off my car, pick up a rental, and we're gone. So I save $400 and our tea time. Fantastic.
Progressive Direct. It's about you. And it's about time. Sign up online and save $50.
Congratulations to Craig Biggio on a great career and on his involvement with the Sunshine Kids. Panda Express is active in the community as well and will be making a donation to the Sunshine Kids. For more information, log on to sunshinekids.org.
Dave, you take advantage of those miscues, and the Hags did it that time.
Absolutely. That was one of our keys to the game, is to win the turnover battle. And so far, the Aggies winning it by 2-0 over Nebraska, and they need to keep that trend going.
All right, Zamansky now ready to kick off. They have again deployed two deep. One of those is Jones, and the other one is Major Culbert. Franz Hardy is back there. Hardy's the low man. And this is going to be returned by Jones from the 5 to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, out to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. Nice little return. Most of that on that far sideline. That went 30 yards on the return to about the 30, right at the 35-yard line. Good return, so they've got it first down and 10 at their own 35. And Nebraska has won 4 straight here at Memorial Stadium. And there is Keller under center. And he just handed off to Lucky, and Lucky broke a tackle and got 2 from the 35 to the 37-yard line. Second down, 8 coming up for the Husker offense. Clock now under 10 minutes in the second quarter. They have motion from a man split out to the left to throw out in the flats. Threw it low at the 40-yard line, way low. Keller threw that behind and a little at the feet. Matter of fact, a lot at the feet of Nate Swift. Right now, A&M's got the better end of the scoreboard at 16-7, 9:51. Shotgun. Keller drops back to the 30, steps up, throws, and that's a catch across the Aggie 45 to the 42-yard line. Tackled by Devin Gregg and caught by Nate Swift. A first down into Aggie territory now at the A&M 42. That went 21 yards.
And just a crossing route right over the middle, and Devin Gregg right there is able to, he's there at the same time the ball is, but somehow Swift comes down with the reception at the Aggie 42.
Swift just got his second catch of the day. He is now 2 catches, 27 yards. Hill is 2 for 26. Motion, man going right to left. Shotgun again for Keller. Drops back to midfield, steps up, throws bomb. And it is just out of the reach at the 10-yard line of Nate Swift. He was running the low side of hash mark, drew coverage from Alton Dixon. Reached out with the left hand. It went off his hand and then to the turf inside the 10, incomplete. Lucas Patterson's in the defensive line right now for Texas A&M. So's Hurd. Obazar is there. Here's the play. They'll throw it. It's a catch. That's across the, I think they say he was down. He was across the 40. And they're going to spot it at the 38-yard line. It was third down from the 42, and now it's at the Aggie 38-yard line. And so
that's going to bring up third down in about 7.
No, they're saying it was incomplete now, Dave. They're moving it back to the 42. Third down and 10, so an incomplete pass after they had first ruled that it was completed. Cyril Obazar was responsible for the tackle that time and not allowing the receiver to hang on to that football. Franz Hardy goes way out to the right side. They have 2 men here on the left side. That's the open side of the formation. Half back to his right. Keller drops back, throws from the 49. A catch to Lucky. Lucky across the 35. Did not pick up the first down. Matter of fact, at the 35s where they'll spot him out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds by Chris Harrington. A&M 1 of 1 on fourths. This will be the first try for Nebraska. The snap drops back to his 41, steps up, throws, incomplete at the 30-yard line.
Boy, Devin Gregg right there trying to hit Swift again, and Devin Gregg right on top of this one. And the Irish are going to take over on downs. They'll have it at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Aggies. They've got it first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And it's play action, and now running the option to the left side as a flag goes down as McGee got 2 to the 37-yard line. As he's being tackled, he is brought down, and I think it's a hold.
It will be.
Against Texas A&M.
Holding. Number 98 on the offense. Penalty is 10 yards.
Andrew Key. 3 wides to the right, running back to the left. Flags, I think we jumped. They're going to kill the play. Either that or contact was made.
I think contact. I didn't see anybody on our side move, but I might have missed it.
Three officials are talking right now, and then one of them is going to tell Cooper Castleberry which one of those three decided what happened. Here's Cooper down on the field, our referee.
Offsides on the defense, number 93.
Okay.
There was contact with an offensive lineman. Penalty's 5 yards, and it's still first down.
To learn how. First down and about 13 for A&M. The ball at the 32. McGee rolls right. McGee's going to throw, and that was almost intercepted at the 37-yard line by Zachary Bowman. He dove in front of the intended receiver. That ball was intended for Roger Holland. He almost picked it off, Dave. He's losing it as he is flying through the air.
Well, he was hiding out there, and I don't think Stevens saw him. That's the play that they've been throwing to Joey Thomas. Joey's the short man, and Holland was the deep man, and the Bowman jumped right in front of the football, and the Aggies dodged another bullet there. That one could have been intercepted very easily.
Second down, still 13 to go with 8:13 to go until halftime. A&M 16 and Nebraska 7. The Aggies with the ball at about their 32-yard line. They need to get it to their 45. Play action by McGee, and he's been sacked. They had a man coming wide open, untouched from the defensive left side, dropped back inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. That's a loss of 7.
Came with that blitz from the defensive left side, from Stevens' right side. And he never had a chance. That was Corey McKeon, the linebacker. Another big loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 21. That's a 7-yard loss.
That's only the 6th sack that this offensive line has given up, that the offense has given up this year. Just 6 sacks.
Nobody there to pick up McKeon on that blitz.
3rd down and next week. It's 3rd down and 21. The ball now back. They spotted it at the Aggie 24. They need to get it out to the A&M 45-yard line. 7:27 to go. Clock working. 16-7 A&M. There's the snap. McGee started to hand off and then decided to keep it. It looked like there may have been some confusion. He got it back to the 25-yard line. So, see what they say over here. They say it was 54 yards now. 54 on his punt. Here's first down on the ground, left side, out to the 24-yard line. Not a whole lot there for Roy Helu. He is from Shallowater. Man in motion going back is Tifa Tiller. There's the shovel pass. That's Lucky to the 30. He's out to the 34-yard line. First down, Nebraska. Shovel pass worked well last week on at least 2 occasions for Texas Tech. Under center will go Keller. He just put Phillips in motion. They're going to pitch it. They'll go back to the right side. Helu turns the corner. He's going to be close for a first down. Did he step out of bounds? He did. Where did he step out? He went across the 40. He was near the 45-yard line, and they're going to mark him out at the Nebraska 49-yard line. He kept running down the field until they finally got his attention. That's going to go 15 yards. It's 1st and 10. At the Nebraska 49-yard line. 5:33 to go until halftime. The Aggies lead at 16-7.
And this is just a toss sweep back to the left side, and there was just no containment out on that side. And then the tackler got spun around, and Helu's able to go right by him and pick up 15 yards.
High formation for Sam Keller and the offense of Nebraska. Split in left. He's not very far out there. Tight end was to the right side. On the ground, they turn the corner at the 50. Lowers his head to the 44-yard line, maybe the 43. Quentin Castile. Head up as he hit Stephen Hodge, and then the 2 went down on a pile. Ball spotted at about the Aggie 43.5. There's the pitch. They're turning to the right side. Oh, what a nice hit behind the line, and driving him backwards will be Matt Featherston, the linebacker for the Aggies. That was Halo again on the carry, and they dropped him right at the line. They needed past the Aggie 41. Single setback. Keller with 3 wides to the open side. That's to the left. And he wants to throw, and they will to Lucky. He was almost knocked down. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25. He's cutting it back to this side of the field. He's at the 21 on his back now and bringing him down at about the 18-yard line. Jordan Pugh. That went from the far side of the field. They ran diagonally back to the left side of the field and finally tackled at about the 17. That went 26 yards.
Well, the Aggies showed the blitz a little bit too early, and it gave Keller a chance to switch off audible to this screen pass out to the right side. A perfect call against the blitz. And Lucky did the rest, able to pick up 26 yards and move it down to the Aggie 23.
We'll check Lucky here in a minute as soon as they update the stats. And it will be a handoff. That's Castile at the 15, still fighting, trying to get to the 10-yard line. He's going to be shy of the 10.
For Castile and bring up this 2nd and 3.
At the 11-yard line, they need the Aggie 8. Hash mark left side, single setback again is Lucky. And Lucky just got it. He hit one of his own men, and he went down at the 10-yard line. 7 yards. A 3rd down and a couple at the 10 for the Huskers. And a shotgun for Keller, their quarterback. Time to throw. He will. He's going end zone. And it is a catch for a touchdown. Caught coming this way by Maurice Purify.
There's a corner route. Play action fake corner route. Arkeith Brown right there, but the ball just over his fingertips. Touchdown, Purify.
That just made it a 16-13 Aggie lead with 2:26 to go. And now the extra point is on its way. Kitchener just made it good. At their 20, up by 2 now, 16-14. McGee keeps after a fake. He's hit, dropped at the 20-yard line. Coming right, stood up and knocked down by Steve Octavian. Hit him right in the midsection, did a little pickup on him, and then body slammed him at the 20. There's the snap. McGee again will keep. He's got 5. He's got close to 10. He's got 11 yards. He just got it out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He went right behind Cody Wallace, and the two ran right on that bottom side of hash mark to pick up the 1st down. Single setback, play action, rolling right, under pressure, throws, has a man off the hands of Thomas at the 35-yard line. He had it, and it went right in and out of his hands. McGee in the shotgun, Goodson to his left. Under pressure, throws off the hands of the intended receiver, E.J. Schenkel. Aggies have run 45 plays today, 207 yards. The option, they throw it out to the left side. Here's Goodson at the 30, at the 33, wrapped up and brought down at the 34. And now Nebraska steps off the sideline and calls a timeout. That stops the clock at 1:09. Nebraska's got a minute to go, and they have it 1st down and 10 at their 20. Fakes a screen, looking for the middle screen. It's not there, and he just threw the ball away into the turf at the feet of the intended receiver, Sean Hill. A&M leading at 16-14. Shotgun this time for Keller. Drops all the way back to the 11, dances a little bit, now rolls right, throws. Lucky the catch at the 25, now to the 26-yard line. Spilled and knocked down by Marquise Carpenter. Marquise on the radio show Thursday night there at Wings, the Coach Fran show from 7 until 8. Young man from Florida, another tackle here, and that is at the 26. That's not enough for a 1st down. It's 3rd down, 4 coming up. Clock rolling, got 30 seconds to go. In the shotgun again, will throw on 3rd. Here's a throw, and that's a catch. They'll stop the clock as it's caught at the 43. 1st down. Reception made by Nunn. Pugh made the tackle. Got 24 seconds to go, and the ball out to the Nebraska 43-yard line.
And that was an in route, and they're saving their last time out. It'll be 1st down at the 43.
Clock rolling now from the 22nd mark. Keller, time, throws, incomplete. Throw it a low and away from Lucky at the 45-yard line. 2nd down, 10, 15 seconds to go. The line of scrimmage, the 43. Plenty of time for Keller to throw. He will to the sideline, and Lucky will step out of bounds after he makes the catch at the 45. Will go out outside the 45 at the 47-yard line. So third down and about 11. Move back to the 42. Here is a shovel pass. It's caught at the 45, at the 50. 2 seconds to go at midfield, and now across the 45 to the 40. Time has run out. That was a shovel pass to Lucky. Lucky knocked out at the Aggie 37-yard line. 20 yards. That's the half.
Boy, Keller was hammered by Chris Harrington on that play. Don't know how he got this one off. But we'll go to halftime with the score of the Aggies 16 and the Cornhuskers 14.
The Big 12 online store is the fast and easy way to get all of your officially licensed Big 12 championship merchandise and team apparel. With a huge inventory of top brands, great customer service, and $4.99 shipping on every order, the Big 12 online store will get you ready for the big game. Go to the Big 12 online store today to get t-shirts, jerseys, hats, polos, accessories, and more. The Big 12 online store, where Big 12 fans get everything they need.
Did you know that AIDS is a leading cause of death among African Americans? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Get on the ball, let's go! Yet 1 in 4 Americans living with HIV don't know it.
Get tested. Come on, get tested.
Early diagnosis and treatment can help them live longer and healthier lives.
No fear, no shame, no doubt.
It's the smart thing, it's the right thing. Let me hear you shout. So get on the ball. Get tested today. Visit testing411.org to find a testing center near you.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wanna know what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
The odds of a child being in a Broadway show are 1 in 11,000. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 166. The odds say it's time to listen. Autism, visit autismspeaks.org.
The San Antonio Spurs season preview tomorrow on FSN Southwest.
Big 12 Instant Classic is brought to you by Lenny's Sub Shops. With over a half pound of meat and cheese on the regular Philly sub, stop in today.
Turn men for the Aggies standing back at the 1-yard line. Nobody's had a chance with a wind at the back of the kickers to return anything today. This one won't be returned. It'll hit on the E, and Huskers and bounce out of the end zone and into the stands. So it's first down and 10. Texas A&M at their own 20-yard line. First play, second half. McKee and a shotgun. Throws out to the right side. Caught at the 25 by Brown across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. All by himself here on the right side near the sideline. That was going to go 14 yards to Pierre.
It came out of the shotgun, and Pierre Brown just running the stop route, and it delivered quickly by Stephen McGee. Pierre able to turn it up and pick up some extra yardage, picks up 14. He's just past the Aggie 34-yard line.
Pierre now's caught 3 for 43 today. Into the ball game, he had caught 8 for 84, an average of 10.5 per catch. 14 on that one at the 34-yard line. First down and 10. The Aggies lead 16-14. Play action, and keeping the ball will be McGee to the 30 line. He picks up 5. Second down, 5 coming up. Goodson to the right of McGee. Starts the option. He will turn the corner. Started to pitch. He won't do it. He gets to the 40-yard line. Got a yard, and that's it. From the 39 to the 40 goes McGee. Shotgun McGee at the 40. Low snap. McGee fakes, carries. He's across the 45. He's got a first down to the Aggie 47-yard line. And they really punished him on that carry.
Yes, they did.
They hit him hard.
But he's tough. No damage, and he'll hop up and with the first down. He's been the workhorse today on that zone read. He's kept it most of the time. He's using Goodson and Jaworski Lane as decoys as he keeps the ball, and he's been very successful, especially in short yardage situations, picking up the first down there.
50 plays, 237 yards. Texas A&M first down and 10 at the Aggie 47-yard line. First downs now the Aggies 14, Nebraska 16. 2 halfbacks, shotgun McGee. And again, he fakes to Lane, and he keeps it and carries it to the 48. He got a yard. That's McGee on the carry. And that will be his 23rd carry of the day. That'll give him 73 yards, so he's moved ahead of Lane, who has 7 for 70. It's down to 5. It's down to 4. Yeah, he should. Snapped it at 1. McGee will throw. He will, and it's out of the reach of Taylor at the 35-yard line, Nebraska side of the 50. Defensively, it was Ben Eisenhart, but no chance at all for Irvin to make that catch. Third downs, the Aggies 3 out of 9 today. Nebraska's 5 out of 8. Third down, 9. Ball at the Aggie 47. McGee fakes to Keandra. He's got a first down and a bunch more. He's across the 40 to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Now the 33-yard line as he's rolled down at the 33, McGee.
Well, it's the zone read
19,
again.
Dave.
It's the zone read again. Fake it to Goodson, and then keep it, and he's keeping it right up the middle, right off to the right guard, and he's finding big room there. This one will take it all the way down to the Nebraska 33-yard line where the Aggies will have another first down.
7 plays, 47 yards. A great opening drive. Now you need to make this one pay for you. At the 33, it's first down and 10, Texas A&M. This time he gave it to Lane. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see where they'll mark this one. They've done such a good job with the zone read, faking it to Jaworski and having Steven keep it. When they do hand it to Jaworski Lane, it's a surprise, and Jaworski untouched that time. He'll go 31 yards down to the just inside the Nebraska 3-yard line where it'll be first and goal.
He stretched out, but they say the knee hit first at the 2.5. First and goal, Texas A&M, 11:22 to go. They're playing third quarter football. The Aggies a 16-14 lead. At the 2.5, a shotgun, 2 tights. Key on one side, Thomas on the other. And McGee will now pitch to Lane. He'll go in untouched. Late hit right there on the sideline. They knocked
no flag.
Lane into the photographers and the Aggie Yell leaders, but a touchdown for Texas A&M and Jaworski Lane.
Well, what a great way to start the third quarter. They take the Aggies take the opening kickoff and move it 80 yards for the touchdown.
It's his second TD of the day. That'll give him now 14 for the year. His career touchdowns have now gone to 42, and his rushing touchdowns up to 41. Here's the extra point. And it's on its way. And it's good. So Texas A&M now takes that drive, and Tom will recap in a moment, but it was an 80-yarder. And at 11:05 to go here in the third quarter, the Aggies have just made it 23-14 over Nebraska. This is Aggie football from Learfield Sports.
What's for dinner? Treat the entire family to a Williams Big Box Special with lots of chicken. Get an 8-piece dark Big Box Special, just $5.99. There's plenty for seconds. Great value, quality, and flavor. Visit Williams Chicken. Taste the difference.
The 21 Little Debbie car all over the track today.
Ken Schrader?
Maybe.
But who's driving the car?
Oh my goodness, the Little Debbie car is heading the wrong way.
Thank you.
You could save with Geico Motorcycle Insurance. Enough for a night out with your special someone. Geico Motorcycle. Let's ride.
The first Williams Fried Chicken opened in 1987 and has grown to over 50 locations. Get a Williams Hot Wing Party Pack, just right for watching the big game. Party packs are available in 20, 40, and 60 pieces. Great value, quality, and flavor. Visit Williams Chicken. Taste the difference.
9 plays, 80 yards, Jaworski Lane. He goes 31 yards for the big run and then 2 yards for the touchdown. His second touchdown, he did the other one that way too. Followed a short touchdown run after a long run to set it all up. The Aggies lead it now by a score of 23-14. We've got 11:05 left to play in the third quarter. For Lane now, 9 carries for 103 yards as he scores his 42nd career touchdown and number 14 of the year. Guys?
23-14, Texas A&M, 11:05 to go in the third quarter. A&M offense now has scored 29 touchdowns. I'm just talking about touchdowns here through the first 7 games where they have gone 50 yards or more. And total touchdowns, and 21 of those of more than 50 yards. And now the kickoff. They'll have a chance to return this from the 15. It's Jones to the 20. Broke a tackle 30. Broke another tackle 35, 36, 37. Nice return by Andre Jones, who had 9 returns and a 23-3 average into the game and a long of 31. It's close to his long right there. He just carried it 22 on the return out to the Husker 37. So they have it now. Nebraska at their 37, first down and 10, 10:59 to go in the third quarter. The Aggies up 23-14. Keller's under center. And he just gave it to the tailback. That's Castile across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Maybe the 44 on Castile, who in the first half carried 7 times, 48 yards. That will be his 8th carry. Now he's up to 55 on a 7-yard pickup.
Castile is a huge back. I thought he runs so hard and he's so powerful. He's 6'1", 245 pounds.
McGee now has 24 carries and 92 yards. I'll finish that here in a moment. Here's the pitch. They're going wide to the right side. Nice hole, 50 now into Aggie territory. 48 carried by Helu. Alton Dixon just got him by the ankles, or he's going to go a whole lot more. Wasn't much behind him as far as A&M, in front of him as far as A&M is concerned, when he picked up that first down and hit at the Aggie 48-yard line. McGee has 24 carries, 92 yards. That matches his career high for carries. He had 24 against Texas in 05.
Kind of the reverse of what we normally expect. McGee is picking up the tough yards today, and Javorsky Lane is making the big runs.
First down and 10 now. And we have a note here on Lane from Brad as well. First down for the Huskers. That's their 17th. High snap in the shotgun, under pressure, throwing it. Got rid of it at the last moment.
Where's the flag? There's nobody near it.
Throw it over the middle. Nothing there but offensive lineman. One of those Nebraska linemen lost his helmet.
Fran's out on the field. He ought to be. There was no receiver there.
He was tattooed by Harrington as he got rid of the football. I mean, Harrington just hit him right in the middle of the chest. I was going to say between the numbers, but he's only got one number. Second down, 10 coming up. Under 10 now, 9:58. Third quarter, clock stopped on the incomplete. Keller now 15 of 25, 178 yards. Under center. Gave it to the tailback, Castile, to the 45-yard line, maybe the 44. Pushing, and he may have gotten 5. That's going to be pretty close to the 43. In the shotgun, Keller, middle pressure, steps up, throws. Nobody close to it when he let go of it. And what are we doing here? And Bill Callahan there.
He came out on the field.
Boy, was he hot about something. Threw the ball to the right side, and there was nobody close in a red jersey.
I came with a blitz.
Pass.
All-out blitz that time. Ooh, didn't get to him, but forced him to throw it quickly.
There's a little holding going on. All right, here's the punt. Holland will stand at the 10-yard line. They are kicking with the wind at their back. And this is Dan Titchener. High kick. Calling for a fair kick. Holland will watch that one hit at the 1-yard line over his head. He was trying to put a little decoy on there. 43-yard kick. Bring it out to the 20. Yeah. First down and 10. The Aggies at the 20. 23-14. Texas A&M 9:05 third quarter. Play action by McGee. Rolls right, looking to throw. Coming right up to the line. Now he'll run to the 25, to the 30, and he is out of bounds. There's a late
hit. That'll be 15 more.
At the 32-yard line. Wasn't a hard hit, but McEwen did indeed push McGee once they were into the Aggie bench, well inside that little white area that they have marked off in front of the bench that the team's supposed to stand behind. All right, so a 15-yard penalty will be tacked on after the run, which was 13 plus 15. So turns out to be a 28-yard net gain there across the 45 to the Aggie 48-yard line. 8:58 to go in the third quarter. A&M 23, the Huskers 14.
Well, this is that play-action rollout to the right side for Stephen, and he had Joey Thomas out in the flat. He has completed that a couple of times tonight. But that time he just elected to, he was covered and he elected to keep it, and it ends up in a big gainer out to the 48.
Tight end on the right side, tight end left side, two flankers. Single setback, and it's actually in the shotgun. He'll be a halfback. Lane will move from the right side to the left side, and he just gave it to Lane, and Lane hits the left. He has got a man wrapped up with him to the 50. He got about a yard and a half, not quite the 50. Goodson 4 for 22, but again, Lane 10 for 105. Aggie offense now just above 300 yards, 57 plays, 305 total offense. Second down play, McGee fakes, carries, 45-40 to the 38-yard line. Boy, he went down hard. You can see his helmet hit that turf and bounce up. It was Turnaz and also Octavian on that tackle, but not before McGee carries now for the 26th time today, and he went 12 yards. What, a couple of 12-yard gains on this possession.
It's almost like Nebraska has to choose which weapon they're going to stop. If they're going to stop Jaworski, Stephen's going to get his yardage, and when they try to load up on Stephen, then they hand it off to Jaworski, and he picks gains.
Here's a first down and 10, A&M at the Nebraska 38, 7:55 to go in the third quarter, 23-14, Texas A&M. Shotgun, McGee keeps after a fake and gets back to the line at the 30. Nebraska 38-yard line, ball almost in the middle of the field. Shotgun, two halfbacks. And McGee keeps, now he pitches out here to this side, that is Keandre Smith, and he will get 3 yards to the 35-yard line, and those were tough yards. Hit about 3 times before McEwen finally made the hit that did stop it at the 35. So Keandre gets the carry. Now it's third down 7 coming up, A&M at the Nebraska 35-yard line. 6:43 to go in the third quarter, 23-14 A&M.
And this is the option right, and Nebraska had the numbers. They had somebody to account for everybody. There was nobody to option. So they stop it for a 3-yard gain.
Third downs today, the Aggies 4 out of 10. This will be the 6th play of this possession. McGee wants to throw. He does. It's Lane at the 30. Lane pushed back to the 31, but they're going to give him forward progress to the 30. That's not enough for a first down. A&M will have a fourth down coming up, and will need 2, and they are going to go for it. Well, that's 7 trots out there. You got to make sure it's McGee.
Yeah, got to figure out which one it is.
And that was the short name on the back of the jersey.
Well, so if 18 goes out there with 7, then you know.
All right. On fourth downs today, the Aggies are 1 out of 2. Clock now under 6. Shotgun, McGee. McGee will keep. McGee, first down. He's across the 25 to the 23-yard line. They're going to spot his knee down at the 24.
Zone read again. They were loading up on Jaworski Lane, expecting him to get it. Stephen pulled it out and took it off to the left side. He'll pick up 6 down inside the 25-yard line, bound to the 24. First and 10 for the Aggies.
Aggies now 21st downs today. Now 2 out of 2 on fourth down conversions, 4 of 11 on their thirds. The Ags just ran their 62nd play of the game, 331 yards. They've run 7 plays, 56 yards to this point on this possession. First down and 10, the Husker 24-yard line. 2 halfbacks, slot right, split into the left. They gave it to Goodson, sprinting out left side, turns the corner, knocked out of bounds across the 20. I think they might give him the 19, just shy of the 19-yard line. It's an I formation. Tight end on the left side. It's a flank to the right, and here is the carry, and that will go to Cornell Tarrant, who's in there, and he carries for the first down across the 15 to the 13-yard line.
That's just a direct handoff, the lead play off to the left side, and Chris Alexander doing a great job opening up a hole. Cornell Tarrant doing a fine job of following his lead blocker. He'll move it down to the 13-yard line, a pickup of 6, and another first down for the Aggies. Run clock run. We're down under 5 minutes.
Texas A&M's got a 23-14 lead. First down and 10, the Husker 13-yard line. The Ags about to run their 10th play. They've run 9 plays, gone 67 yards on this possession to this point. Here's the first down, and McGee fakes, carries 10-5. They're going to get him before he gets into the end zone, dragging him down as he goes out of bounds at the 4. That is not enough for the first down. They're going to miss the first down by a yard. So 2nd and 1 coming up at the Husker 4. McGee, another carry.
Another 9-yard pickup on the zone read. Hand it to Jaworski, pull it out, and take it around left end. He was wide open, and by the time they could catch up, he'd picked up 9 inside the 5-yard line, where the Aggies will have it 2nd and 1 at the 4.
Davey just carried for the 29th time today, and now has 132 yards, does McGee. So here we go with a 2nd down and 1. At power I, they put a man in motion. They give it to Lane. Lane fighting for the end zone, backing in, and he is in. Touchdown, Jaworski Lane.
4 yards out. Big, big drive for the Aggies.
Just turned his back and just kept pumping, and he got it in.
That's Jaworski's 3rd touchdown of the day.
If you're counting along with us, that's 42 career rushing touchdowns, 43 total touchdowns. And he got that one from about 3 yards out, didn't he, Dave?
4.
4 yards out on Lane. Zamansky on the point after to try to make it 30. And he did. All right, 30-14 with 4:29 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Aggies have the lead. The Republic, with an emphasis on authentic Texas cuisine and locally raised food, hoping to draw even more attention to a region that is fast becoming a destination in the culinary world. So stop by today, the Republic in College Station. Timeout on the field. The Aggies now 30 and Nebraska 14, 4:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. This is Aggie football from Learfield Sports.
Witness the beginning of a new era for Texans football as FSN Houston guides you through the season with complete game day coverage you won't get anywhere else. Starting with Countdown to Texans Kickoff Sunday at 2. We'll be at the game, bringing you the most comprehensive pregame coverage you can find. Then Sunday nights at 11, Texans Wrap offers you a complete post-game breakdown. Countdown to Texans Kickoff at 2 and Texans Wrap at 11. Sunday on FSN Houston.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Wagner, and I'm 35. Well, my sleep number is a 35. Do you know your sleep number? Because if not, you're missing out on a great night's sleep. I used to think it was normal to toss and turn and wake up during the night, but then I discovered the Sleep Number bed by Select Comfort. You can actually adjust the firmness to your exact preference, your sleep number. The adjustable air chamber technology contours to the unique curves of your body, and best of all, the firmness adjusts independently on each side of the bed, making it great for couples. The Sleep Number bed is clinically proven to improve sleep quality and relieve back pain. The results are remarkable, and it's very comfortable. So, if you want better sleep, call right now for this free video and brochure. You'll be glad you did.
Start sleeping better now. Call 1-800-757-2800 for your free video and brochure. Ask about our risk-free in-home trial. That's 1-800-757-2800. Call now.
The San Antonio Spurs season preview tomorrow on FSN Southwest.
Oh, Army fight! Hey, whoop! Well, the Yell Leaders are here. As you can tell, we got 4:29 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Aggies have just gone up 30-14. That time, Jaworski Lane, his 3rd touchdown of the game. They went 80 yards in 11 plays. McGee now 132 yards rushing on 29 carries. Lane 109 on 11 carries. And for Lane, that's his 43rd career touchdown. It's 30-14 Aggies with 4:29 left to play in the 3rd, guys.
A&M ready to kick off. Here's Zamansky. This one will be returned, and it will be Jones again. Out to the 25, bounces off there, and now Featherston's on his back at the 24-yard lines where they probably are going to spot him, and now they keep backing up here. At the 23 is where they're going to give him his forward progress after he had gotten an update pretty close to the 25, then made a little retreat there, and then Featherston jumped on his back. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Huskers.
Excellent coverage on that kickoff there. It was high enough, and the coverage team got down well and stacked up the wedge and able to stop him on the 24.
Caring Aggies are protecting our lives. Aggies, don't let Aggies drink and drive. For a safe drive home, carpool 693-9905. Kansas next week at home for your Ags. It'll be a 6 o'clock kick. 1st down and 10. Play action here by Keller. They've thrown a screen to Lucky. He's got it out to the 30-yard line. The line of scrimmage again was the 24. That'll be a pickup of 6. For Lucky, he just caught his 8th ball of the day, and that'll put him up over 90 yards of receiving. Lucky came into today's game having caught 36 for 263 and a long of 20.
Nice reaction that time by Lucas Patterson in there in the middle of that defensive line. He diagnosed the play and was able to make the tackle, and only picks up 6, bring up 2nd and 4.
Talk about Lucky here in a moment. 2nd down. And need about 4. Wants to throw. Keller will. Man wide open at the 35. And upended at the 37-yard line. Caught by Hill. Tackled by Carpenter. First down, Nebraska. 3:39. Third quarter. Aggies lead 30-14.
And what happened on that play, the Aggies sent a blitz from their right side defensively, Nebraska's left side, and Nebraska sent a receiver, Hill, right out in behind that blitz. Nobody out there, but Carpenter reacted up extremely well and made a nice open field tackle for a short gain. First down, Nebraska at the 37.
Slot to the right. Top man there is Dan Erickson. Single setback, and he's flexed out to the left side. There's the shovel pass. It goes to Lucky. 40-45. Uses a hand to push himself out to the 47, maybe the 48. That's a first down. Got it past the 47-yard line. Got about 10.5 on that carry on the little shovel pass that time from Sam Keller. That was a good play.
Well, they've done a good job with that shovel pass. I think that's the 2nd time they've run it today, and both times it's picked up nice yardage. That one will pick up 10 and pick up the first down out at the 47.
Lucky had a rushing day of 233 yards against Nevada in the Huskers' opening game this year. The total is 12th best in school history. Nebraska had a 294-yard day by a running back, Calvin Jones, in 91. Wants to throw on first down and 10. That is incomplete at the Aggie 35-yard line. That was intended for Franz Hardy.
Trying to find a hole in the zone, just a little short curl in, with the ball way underthrown and behind the receiver. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another note here, today's 3-touchdown effort by the J-Train is the 5th 3+ TD game of his career. This year, Nebraska 3, Fresno State 4, 06, Lafayette 4, Army 3, and an 05, 3 touchdowns against Oklahoma State. He's got 3 today. 2nd down, 10 coming up. 2:57 to go. Aggies lead 30-14, third quarter. Pitch left side, turning the corner at the 50-45, and into the sideline will go Halu, pushed out by Alton Dixon, and he just picked up the first down. They spot him out at the 40. That went 14 yards. Pitch, they ran left.
Student body left, that's all it was, just the toss sweep, and there's no containment out on the defensive right side. So Halu will take it all the way down to the 40-yard line into Aggie territory and pick up the first down for Nebraska.
Henry Smith, there's Obazor, Red Bryant, Harrington, Alton Dixon, Marquise Carpenter, the linebackers Toupee and Dodge. Devin Gregg's in the lineup. And so is Jordan Pugh. Here's the first down and 10 at the Aggie 40. Man in motion going left to right, play action by Keller. He is about to throw, and he is hit from the backside, and that is a sack back at the 45-yard line. And that was Alton Dixon. He never saw him coming.
Well, I love that he wouldn't give up. Alton Dixon came on the blitz, and he was blocked, but he got up and came back and caught him from behind. He caught Keller from behind. That'll be a 5-yard loss and bring up 2nd and 15. Good coverage downfield.
All right, the clock now working. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. The Aggies 30-14. Nebraska now facing a 2nd down 15 at the Aggie 45. This is going to be the 7th play of this possession. They're going to throw a screen again. It's a catch, and out to the 42-yard line will go Helu, or down to the 42, and they got just about 3 yards on that one, Dave.
Excellent reaction that time. Misi Toupee out there, Harrington out there, Bennett out there, and Arkeith Brown reacting up to it. And it's a short gain. It's only going to pick up about 2, bring up 3rd and 13.
Back near the 45-yard line now at the Aggie 42. They've got to get it just past the 30 for a first down. Way out to the right side goes Franz Hardy. He is the split end. The flanker is Nate Swift. That's the open side. There's the snap on 3rd down. A throw, and it is what?
Oh, he called that a catch?
Wait a minute. Said it's a catch at the 27-yard line.
I'd like to see this one on the replay.
Well, let's see if we get a chance to look at it. This might be reviewed. It is a catch, and right now that's a first down. And, Dave, you can see it. They're about to replay it. It looked like he came down out of bounds.
I don't think he got a foot down unless that right foot was down, and they're certainly trying to get it going quickly. We have not had a review yet today.
Nope. They're going to grant it as a reception and out of bounds at the Aggie 27-yard line. First down and 10. Didn't see a whole lot of complaining now from the Aggie bench.
So did I.
All right, here's the throw, and it is caught at the 17. Knocked down at the 14-yard line. Toupee to knock down Nate Swift along with Stephen Hodge. That one goes 13 yards and another Nebraska first down. Time, minute 25. Aggies lead 30-14. First and 10, Nebraska at the A&M 14-yard line.
Good job of Keller that time reading the zone rotation back to the other way. He found the weak side of the zone and was able to hit Swift on the out route. This will be a first down at the 14-yard line.
Bottom hash mark as we look at it. Lucky is back in at the I-back position. He will stand back at the A&M 22 line of scrimmage, the 14. Here's a first down carry to Lucky. Danced right, turns to the left, and gets to the 11.5. About 3 on the pickup by Lucky. Lucky now has carried, that's his 8th carry, and that'll give him 24 yards today. Their best man's Castile. He's carried 9 for 60.
About to the end of this third quarter, and the Aggies will turn it around and get the win. About 43 seconds, a couple of more plays, and the Aggies will have the wind at their back.
38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Shotgun, and Lucky will stand to the left of Keller. It's a second down and about 8. Keller wants to throw. He will. It's caught at the 7. Not enough for a first down. The ball caught that time by Dan Erickson. That's his 5th reception of the season, his first today. And that'll bring up third down and about a yard, about 2.5 yards, Dave.
And that'll I think will kill the third quarter. That was just an in route. Marquise Carpenter with good coverage was able to stop him as soon as he caught the ball. It'll bring up third and 2.5 when we return.
Just ran out of time here in the third quarter. The fourth is coming up, and the Aggies a good lead here. It's 30-14. We have 15 minutes of playing time to go in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium.
Make your escape to spectacular Possum Kingdom Lake. Own your own 2 to 5 acre retreat at the hills above Possum Kingdom Lake. Ask about our valet boat storage. Call today, 866-MY-PK-LAKE, or visit thehillsabovepk.com.
For the last time, there is no lunch on this list.
Did you try dinner? With a D? Hey, there's breakfast! Why'd he get in?
Because breakfast has a sirloin steak and egg burrito and a new bold roast coffee. Gets served all day. The most important meal served all day.
And I don't know, is this the part where you let go? Is this the part where you find out?
When it's people who do the right thing, they call it being responsible. When it's a car insurance company, they call it Liberty Mutual. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual.
Make your escape to spectacular Possum Kingdom Lake. Own your own 2 to 5 acre retreat at the hills above Possum Kingdom Lake. Ask about our valet boat storage. Call today, 866-MY-PK-LAKE, or visit thehillsabovepk.com.
Let's start the fourth quarter. The Aggies leading Nebraska 30-14, but the Huskers are on the move.
Still waiting for this timeout to be finished. The referee has blown it into play, and here we go.
Third down play there. 6 out of 10 on their thirds. The 6.5. Keller's rolling right. He is looking to run. He is going to be forced out of bounds at the 10, and a loss of about 3, and he's a little slow in getting up.
I think that was the missile. I think that was the missile that came in there and put a lick on Keller, but the coverage was great. Out right, he had a flood route to the right side and could not find a receiver, was forced to run, and Misi put a lick on him, and it'll be fourth down and goal from the 9-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it here, trailing by 16.
30-14, Texas A&M. 14:56, fourth quarter. 9-yard line is the spot. It's fourth down, and it's 5. They need the Aggie 4. Open sides to the left. They're putting 3 men in that direction. Split in right, half back to the right in the shotgun. Pressure up the middle, looking end zone. And it's tapped up in the air and incomplete.
Incomplete. Fourth down. The Aggies will take it over, and they'll get the ball at their own 9-yard line. They have kept Nebraska out of the end zone and maintain their 16-point lead.
I think Toupee get it. We're trying to see who got that tap. It was intended for Peterson, and after it was tapped up in the air, Peterson was trying to get to it to bring it in, but he couldn't do it. And Mark Dodge apparently got the hand on the ball to pass knockdown. And that will be his 4th of the season. He had 3 coming into the game today. And so on downs, the Aggies now will take over. Nebraska's 0 of 2 on their 4th down conversions. The Aggies 2 out of 2. Nebraska 6-11 of 11 on thirds, and the Ags are 4 of 11. So that stalled out, Dave, and that hurt their effort. 30-14, the Aggies take over. 14-50. McGee fakes and carries. He is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe to the 10. The line of scrimmage was marked as the 9.
They will mark it at the 10. It's a zone read again. This time he was faking to Michael Goodson and pulled it out and took it right up the middle, and nothing there. Picks up 1 second and 9 Aggies. Clock running at 14:26. By
the way, Darren Lewis is the A&M career leader with 44 rushing touchdowns, and Jaworski today has 3. That gets him up to 42 career rushing touchdowns, so he's closing in on that record. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Throw caught at the 15 and down at the 15. I think that's going to be Pierre Brown. It is on the catch. And Andre Jones was right there as soon as he caught the ball. The 2 went to the turf. About the 15.5. It's 3rd down coming up.
This isn't the field position, but if he's going to react like that to that stop route, a stop and go is going to be wide open.
Darren Lewis and Rodney Thomas tied for the career touchdowns, Dave, at 45 is the note I've been handed. And Jaworski now up to 43 career touchdowns. Here we go, 3rd down. The Aggies lead 30-14, 13-29. I formation. Goodson got it. He was the tailback. He is trying to get a 1st down. I don't think he made it. He did not to the 18. They needed the 19-yard line. So 4th down and a yard. And McGee walking to the sideline. Murillo and Octavian made the stop for the Huskers. They usually call this defense the Black Shirts, and earlier this week their defensive coordinator said he's retiring the Black Shirts until they start playing better football.
Now the punt team will come on the field. Brantley will be punting with the wind.
It's kicked 4 times today for an average of 36-2. Has a good snap. Oh, man, he hit this one. Backing up, still backing up, and making a catch at the 25, dropping back to the 21. Here comes the return back to the 30, back to the 35, now the 36, 37-yard line, and then push back inside the 35. Andre Jones, who had 2 punt returns into the game today, just had a nice one there of 10 after a 57-yard kick. And the long for the season for Brantley had been 58.
12:26 to play in the game. The Aggies lead at 30-14. Good luck to the Aggie volleyball team tonight. They'll be in Lubbock to take on Texas Tech. Last week they had a non-conference win over Sam Houston State. They're playing the Red Raiders tonight at 7 o'clock. They beat Tech 3-2 earlier in College Station. Back to you guys.
Again, our game 30-14. Texas A&M 12:26 to go in this one. Texas beat Baylor 31-10. Oklahoma beat Iowa State 17-7. Here's the play down on the field on 1st down and 10 at the 37. They'll throw it. Lucky will catch across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Missouri 17, Texas Tech 7, Dave. 2nd quarter, 5:05 to go.
That's that shovel pass again, but this time the Aggies reacting to it very, very well. It'll pick up about 4.5. Bring up 2nd down for Nebraska.
Lucas Patterson made that stop, the freshman redshirt from Kingsville. 15 tackles into the game today with 1 sack. Keller wants to throw from the 32, steps up, batted up in the air, and I think it really came off the hands of the receiver, Lucky, and he had been wrapped up there by, well, Harrington was one of those that had him.
I think Nisi was right next to him as well. Oh, Von Miller was back there.
A bunch of folks right there saying you're not going to catch it.
Well, he wanted to throw it downfield, but good coverage downfield, so he tried to dump it off to Lucky just right beyond the line of scrimmage, and it goes incomplete. Bring up this 3rd and 5.5.
Huff, Hickman, Slauson, Murphy and Nix are in the offensive line. Throwing the ball, Lucky,
Dropped
a little
it.
low around his knees, dropped the ball at the 44-yard line. Might have had the first down, but he just wasn't looking at the ball. He's running before he caught that one.
It looks like they'll be forced to punt the ball from their own 42-yard line against the wind, and the Aggies should get this ball back with decent field position.
McGee's 30 carries for 133 yards, a school record for carries by a quarterback. The old record by David Walker, 27, against SMU in 1977. That held up for about 30 years, didn't it? Here's fourth down and a punt. Pretty good punt into the wind. Holland going to try to return it. First man missed him. He's at the 20, spins to the 24-yard line. Thought that first guy, Dave, was going to just
he's
hammer
fearless
him.
in this situation. I'd rather see him put his arm up and fair catch it, but he's fearless. He caught him, held on to it, and the Aggies will take over at their 24. 40-yard kick, 6-yard return.
We had him on the radio show on Thursday night, and I tell you what, he was up there just talking away. He's not Mike shy at all, and apparently he's not shy about running the football back when he knows they're closing on him. All right, Aggies lead it here by a score of 30-14, and they've got the ball when we come back at their own 24-yard line. Texas A&M at their 24. It'll be first down and 10.
The best of the Big 12 Conference is on Big 12 Showcase. Only Big 12 Showcase takes you on location every week for unparalleled coverage of all the athletic programs from across the conference. From the latest news and highlights to exclusive features and interviews, no one is more dedicated to the Big 12 than FSN. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Big 12 Showcase brings you year-round coverage you won't get anywhere else. Big 12 Showcase, Fridays and Saturdays on FSN Southwest.
The Wrangler Pro Rodeo Tour Area Playoffs. As rodeo's first ever postseason shifts to Omaha, only the world's toughest cowboys remain in a grueling 14-week battle for the championship crown and a share of a $1.6 million purse. Who will answer the bell? The Wrangler Pro Rodeo Tour Area Playoffs, Thursday on FSN.
Tonight on the FSN Final Score presented by DirecTV. Peyton Manning and the undefeated Colts travel to Jacksonville to face the 4-1 Jaguars. Plus, Kevin Garnett takes a bite out of the Big Apple. The Celtics head to Madison Square Garden to visit the Knicks. Plus, we bring you all the top plays from an action-packed weekend in sports with our top moments. For all the day's highlights in 30 minutes, keep it right here. It's the FSN Final Score.
The San Antonio Spurs season preview tomorrow on FSN Southwest.
Big 12 Instant Classic is brought to you by Lenny's Sub Shops. With over a half pound of meat and cheese on the regular Philly sub, stop in today.
11:41 to play in the game. The Aggies lead at 30-14. Talking about faces in the crowd, got to visit with Tim Cassidy. Tim was a longtime director of football operations at Texas A&M before he and his family came back to Nebraska about 4 years ago. His son Austin is a walk-on the Nebraska team, wearing jersey number 8 across the field. Guys,
first down and 10. The Aggies, they lead at 30-14. 11:41 remaining in this game, and the Ags are at their 24-yard line. They put Joy Thomas in motion. McGee fakes and carries to the 30, and he'll step out of bounds at the 33-yard line here right in front of us. The Aggie side of the field, part of the press box now, starting the shadow of the press box, starting to inch its way out onto the field. And it goes to the J train. First down and a few yards more. Carries out to the 37-yard line.
That's when you know your offensive line is doing a good job, when everybody in the stadium, including the announcers, know what's going to happen, and you just can't stop them from picking up the first down. This will be a 4-yard pickup for Jaworski, but more importantly, it's a first down out at the 36.5-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for the Aggies.
Corey coming in, Shankles coming in. Terry Frank's one of those that checked out. 11:17 to go in the game. Aggies 30, Nebraska 14. In the shotgun. And a tight end to the right, two flankers in that direction. The open side. McGee keeps after a fake. He's to the 40. He spins. He's out to the 44-yard line. And that time a fake to Jaworski Lane. And they will tackle him just a little bit shy of that 44. 10:50 now, Dave. And the Aggies will face a second down here and about 3.
Run clock run. That's the same zone read that most of Stevens' carries have been on today. They've run the option some, but mostly the zone read where he fakes it to either Jaworski or Goodson and then keeps it, and they have not been able to stop that play consistently.
This time Thomas, the tight end, is on the left side, and Andrew Key right behind him. Now Key goes in motion back to the right. Play action by McGee. Will throw it. That's caught. That's Alexander at the 50. He's into Husker territory at the 45-yard line. Stretches out. They'll say the knee hit at the 46-yard line. First down the Aggies. Alexander made the catch. That goes 11 yards. Alexander had 4 receptions into the game today for a total of 34 yards. That's number 5.
Well, he had Joey Thomas going to the corner, which he probably could have chosen if he wanted to, but he dumped it to Alexander, and he's such a smart player. He knows when he gets the first down to keep it in bounds, keep the clock running, and it'll go under 10 minutes as the Aggies line up for this first down.
Time now 9:55, fourth quarter. Aggies 30, Huskers 14. In the shotgun again, McGee fakes, keeps to the 40 on his back as he goes to the 36-yard line. At the 36 is Stephen McGee.
Do you think McGee will be a little bit sore and a little bit tired tonight? Zone read again, and he's going to pick up about 10. Looks like they're eyeballing it to see if it's a first down.
He's got 33 carries right now, and he's up over 150 yards.
They're going to have to measure this one, and Nebraska just does not have an answer for the zone read keep by Stephen McGee.
If they give him the first down, right now they're showing it as 9. Give him 33 carries, 158 yards is what he's showing right now on the stat monitor.
Well, did he get 9 or did he get 10? Let's see what the measurement says. Oh,
9.
he's just short,
Yeah,
about 6 inches.
9 yards.
That's not fair.
33 carries, 158 yards. Lane's 12 carries, 112 yards.
He picked up 9 yards, 2 feet and 6 inches, and they only say it's 9 yards. What happens to that other 2 feet 6 inches?
121 against Montana, 124 Fresno, 110 Baylor. And today at 158. He's thrown the ball 21 times, completed 12. He's got 95 yards. Second down, very short time, 9:44, fourth quarter. Aggies lead 30-14.
And they'll stay in the huddle for a while. The play clock at 19. They want to run as much clock off as they possibly can, and Stephen is very good at managing the clock in this situation.
Breaks the huddle with a 25-second clock at 10. He'll move under center and likely will keep it on a quarterback sneak. Wrong. He gave it to Goodson, and Goodson's trying to get to the 35, and think he has enough. They're going to give him the 35 and a half.
I think it's going to be enough for a first down. Now, there's my point.
Nebraska
now, he picks up
that.
6 inches, and they give him a yard.
There you go. It's true. So it's at the 35 and a half and a first down for Texas A&M. Aggies now have 25 of those today. A&M 75 plays and 404 yards.
Clock's approaching 9 minutes. It will be under 9 minutes when they snap this first down.
Still would like to add a little something to the Aggie side of the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
High formation.
Keep on driving.
Chris Alexander's the fullback. He gave it to Lane. Lane at the 35 spins to the 32. 1, 2, 3, 4 Huskers on him, led by Steve Octavian at the 32-yard line. The J train. In the shotgun. McGee just gave it up to Lane. 25-20. Closing on him at the 18-yard line.
This is what I talked about earlier, Dave. Stephen pulls it out so many times when he lets Jaworski have the ball. They're all chasing McGee. He gets a huge hole off the right side, and he'll take it 14 yards, and they're going to end up spotting it down just inside the Nebraska 19-yard line. Another first down for the Aggies, and another big gainer for Jaworski
He
Lane.
was just shedding would-be tacklers that time.
He's having
like
fun
little
today.
snowballs hitting him, and they're just bouncing off of him.
He is having some fun today.
Man alive. First and 10, the Aggies at about the 18.5. 7:38 to go in the game. The Aggies 30-14. Shotgun again, McGee. And he will keep after a fake to the 20, to the 15. Spun down about the 12.5-yard line.
Stayed in bounds. That's once again the zone read. This time he did keep it. He had to give some ground to get outside and get around the would-be tackler. But he was able to do that, moved it upfield. He's going to pick up about 5 and it's a short 5. Let's call it second and a short 5.
Waiting for him to update this again. And Tom, you have something real quick?
Yeah, I was wondering which play would send the fans to their cars, and that one did. That first down by Jaworski Lane.
Well, it was a trickle, and now it's a flood.
McGee, 34 carries, 163 yards. Second down and about 5. And McGee gave it to Goodson. He pops out of there after running into a traffic jam at the line of scrimmage. Got a yard to the 12. Third down, and the Aggies are 4 out of 12 today on their third down efficiency in I formation. And play action, throwing and a catch by Alexander for a first down at the Nebraska 7.5-yard line, and then bumped out of bounds. That goes 5. Alexander just caught another pass.
I don't think you know how good a catch this was. I do believe that Kevin Dixon got a hand on this and moved it, kind of just moved it a little bit, and Chris Alexander able to keep his concentration, and he'll pick up the first down inside the 10-yard line at the 8. First and 10 Aggies.
Chris now has caught 2 for 16 today. McGee throwing the ball 13 of 22 for exactly 100 yards. He has rushed 34 times, 163 yards. The J train now, 3 touchdowns today, 14 carries, 129 yards. Shotgun. Got Keandra Smith on one side. You got the J train on the other. Keandra just went in motion. And McGee will keep it to the 5, to the 4, the 3. Down he goes around the ankle. Zach Potter got him about a 4-yard pickup at the 3. It's second down goal at the 3-yard line. Time 5:42. Aggies 30, Huskers 14.
Little trap block by Kirk Elder opened up the hole. It'll go just inside the 4-yard line, but run clock run down to 5.5 minutes.
Aggies have 3 players now on the team that a total of 1,000+ yards running the football. Grand total into the game today, 4,490 combined for McGee, Goodson, and Lane. Jaworski was the leader at game time, 1765 for his career. The 3 have 1,422 yards this year on 275 carries at game time today, and they've added to that total. Here's the second down, and McGee gives it to Alexander. He's to the 1. Fights his way, pulling some folks with him. One of those was McEwen, who will get credit for the stop at about the 1-yard line.
Our Lenny Sub play of the game.
Okay. It's the power eye. They got that flex man. Here is Jaworski. Touchdown. There's number 4. 4 touchdowns today for Lane, and the Aggies just made it 36-14 with 4.5 remaining.
What a drive for A&M. Absolutely perfection. They eat up over 7 minutes off the clock and get the touchdown. And with the extra point, they'll lead this one 37-14.
Well, it was a sea of red prior to the game, at the start of the game today. A sea of red, and now it's a sea of red and gray. I'm starting to see a lot of their seats. They're painted gray here in the stadium. The folks are leaving, and they have been for about the last 3 or 4 minutes. Got some confusion down there on the field. Something is not right, and timeout called by Texas A&M. And now here is McGee in the shotgun. We've got 2 wides to the right side. And McGee now will pitch back here to Franks, and Franks will carry to the 5-yard line. And the try for 2 is no good. Tom had the Aggie Yell Leaders on a little bit earlier today. Well, the shadow of the press box has more of the field than the sunshine does right now as we make our way toward the 4:30 mark. They're going to have some rain here apparently tomorrow, and also a thought of some snow by the middle of the week is one of the things that I have seen on the weather up here.
This is called a hole in the forecast right here, where we got in just at the right time. It's an absolutely beautiful day for football.
I was up here one year with basketball when it was 3 degrees 0. And here is Zamansky. The wind at his back. They'll take the knee and bring it out to the 20-yard line. Nebraska now has run 63 plays, 376 yards. The Aggies 83 and 440. They're going to throw on first down, a little bit high, but it is a catch at the 40-yard line. That was a nice catch there by Sean Hill, wrapped up by Jordan Pugh.
I think they called that one incomplete, Dave.
Oh, they're going to rule it off. So back to the line of scrimmage, the 20, second down coming up. That means we'll go 23 of 39, 242 yards.
Jordan Pugh that time with really good coverage. The Hill is so big at 250 pounds. Pugh had trouble getting around him to knock it down, but he did a nice job.
Second down and 10 at the 20. Drops back. He will throw, and that one's caught at the 35, trying to break a tackle at the 30. They're going to give him the 36, forward progress. Maurice Purify from Eureka, California. 4 minutes to go when you're down like that to keep, playing hard. It's just very difficult. Here's a screen that is lucky at the 40, lucky at the 44-yard line, stretches out. So lucky on a screen. That's a middle screen that time. They've done that a little bit today. That will be a gain to the 44. It's third down coming up. Harrington getting some backside pressure as they throw, and they will throw way out of bounds. That ball was intended for Peterson. That was up over his head. It's incomplete. Stopping the clock at 3:31. They're about to run their 69th play. They have 400 yards of total offense. On fourth down to throw it, and it will be a first down to the 50. It's lucky to the 46. Now, how about the 47-yard line? So they convert the fourth, their first of 3 efforts today that will turn into a first down.
As long as they don't let Nebraska get a quick score.
Clock working as they throw here, and there's a loose ball out there. I think he fumbled the ball.
That was Von Hill that hit him, and that ball is a fumble. Aggies will take possession.
Von Miller just hit him, and the ball comes loose. I think Red Bryant got it. Amos Bumbley now. We're saying Bumbley may have gotten it. So Bumbley is the man that got the fumble recovery. And Von Miller hit him and knocked it loose, and the Aggies get the ball on the turnover.
The Aggies will have the opportunity to run out 3 minutes and 9 seconds and take this 36-14 lead back to College Station.
Gerard Johnson's going to come in now and quarterback the team. The Aggies leading it here 36-14 with 3:09. Nebraska coming into the game today was a -6. They've now lost 2 fumbles. They're a -8. And it will be Johnson to keep as he fakes into the from the 49-yard, actually 48's within 4 in a row. The Aggies stop that and win for only the second time here today in Lincoln. One back in 55, the option. Johnson cuts it back to the 40-yard line. He was running left and then saw a little seam. Takes advantage of it to the 40, not a first down. It'll be a yard needed as they come back to the line on a 3rd down and 1. Shotgun for Gerard Johnson. And he just faked and kept, and he's got the first down to the 20, maybe the 28-yard line. We'll see what they spot. The 29, so they will mark it. That's an 11-yard carry by Gerard Johnson.
Well,
6'6", a freshman redshirt from Humble. He had passed Dave 7 times completed 2, and run 9 times for 93 yards. Go ahead. What we got now when he's running? Showing him 2 for 8 apparently. So it's a first down, Texas A&M. They have 28 of those now. Go to the right side and maybe the line of scrimmage back to the 29. Cornell Tarrant carrying that one, the freshman redshirt from Dallas Samuel. They've got high hopes for him, Dave, as they look to the future. Cornell Tarrant.
Yeah, stretch play this time, and Cornell wise enough to stop. He was running the sweep, so he's close to the sideline. He got down before they were able to get him out of bounds to keep that clock going. Under a minute now at 50 seconds.
Jeremy Brown was in the lineup. He's come out, and Terrence McCoy now has replaced him. Cody Byers also in, a sophomore squadsman from Smithson Valley. 2nd down and 9. We got 40 seconds to go. And on the keeper that time, Gerard Johnson. I had to look for the football. Thought he'd given that to Cornell Tarrant, who was going back to the right.
That was
now
awkward.
Down to 27 seconds, down to 25. They're not going to roll the 25-second clock, and this A&M's not going to run another play.
Well, Gerard Johnson went down real quickly. He had some room to run. I hope he didn't pull something. He's kind of walking around out there, just kind of leisurely.
36-14 is going to be the final. A&M will walk away with a win and stop a 4-game losing streak here against Nebraska. Football is king in Texas, and so is